Hi, Charlie, giving you Friday's video. Hope you're very well. So, we need to pick up. We're going to talk about exhaustion in trading today because I'm going to share some information on that with you. But we need to pick up on the video from Wednesday. And remember, on Wednesday as an exercise, I've got the video here. I picked an empty chart and just left some moving averages on, and just left it to you to give me some analysis. And it was really good. It was fascinating to see your analysis, and thank you for that. And lots of good points. Basically, like many of you said, short term's up, but looking at those moving averages, the bigger, longer term ones, they're down. So it suggests that this is a market which is moving upwards in the short term, but the longer term trend has been down. You're absolutely right. I must admit, I did fib a little bit because I said in my video this was a daily chart to try and put you off a little bit. It was actually an hourly chart of the euro dollar. So this is about where I think it was. Let's have another look at that video at the time. I can see that moving average was crossing the 200 there. So yeah, about there. So this is where the price action actually was. If I take that price action off, then you can see the chart. There you go. That's how it was looking at the time. That was an hourly chart. So just good for general analysis as an exercise for you. It's nothing more than that. The other part of the video was about this question that I received about someone jumping the gun. So too often seeing a setup, this was someone who's sent a question in, seeing setups and then jumping in too early. Oh, by the way, so the euro, you can see what sort of happened. It's actually started to develop, and then this is still the hourly chart here, and it's just sort of carried on going higher there at the moment. So now take that out to a daily chart so you can put it into perspective. This is the move that we've just been looking there on the hourly chart. But anyway, so jumping the gun too early, received again some really good comments there on some advice if you're jumping the gun too early. So the person who, no doubt, who asked me the question, I think was on here somewhere, and some really good explanations. It was a nice video to say, right, what do you guys think? So even though someone obviously has got really confused against my video, saying you went long on one lot on your trading video, and how is this, am I learning anything? I'm thinking, where have you got the fact that I've taken a trade? This is a training video, not a trading video. It's an educational video. So don't know how that person seems to have got very confused, because I don't recall taking any trades. Do you? On the last Wednesday's video. Anyway, so how do you avoid jumping the gun? Right. One thing, keep reminding yourself that if you go in now too early, ahead of the game, it might get you those extra few points by getting in that bit early. But what if it then doesn't set up? And this was what the question was about. He's getting in, he thinks it's setting up, jumps in early, only for then the setup to then disappear, and then he's stuck in a trade which might then just go and stop him out. So keep reminding yourself that if you do that, it's a bit like self-sabotage. Yes, it might make you a few extra pips if it does work in your favor, but quite often it won't, because it doesn't set up, and then you just got yourself stuck. And that's what he's been experiencing. So how do you stop yourself? Keep reminding yourself, look, this is just one trade in the next 50 trades. So if I go and mess up on this, then it's affecting my overall profitability over, let's say, the next 50 trades. So keep reminding yourself of that type of thing, that you're only sabotaging yourself by trying to get those extra few pips. And what is the cost to me if it doesn't work out? It's that old adage, professional traders look at how much they can lose versus how much they can, whereas retail traders think of how much they can make. And so again, it's trying to think like, okay, well, if I take this trade and it doesn't therefore set up because I've gone in early, then I'm only sabotaging myself, and that's only costing me, that's effectively costing my family, whatever, because it sets me back by taking a trade that isn't there. So that's how I would do it. Put guilt on yourself, so to speak, when it comes to trades like that, and just keep that arresting mechanism. If I get in now and I take this trade right now and it doesn't set up, will I kick myself? That's a great question to ask yourself. Will I kick myself if I take this trade and then it isn't the right thing because it doesn't set up? Yeah, I would kick myself. There's your answer. Use these arresting mechanisms to help stop you from getting into those sorts of trades. Right, okay, that's that. Now I need to talk to you about exhaustion in trading. yesterday was a manically busy day for me in the trading room. I'm in our live trading room 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I also manage our swing trading apps and obviously my own personal trading, of course, as well. I manage the trades on our swing trading apps as well. I was in the day trading room yesterday, and we just had a really busy day. Lots to talk about in the markets, lots of training in the morning. We were waiting for ECB. Then ECB came out, and then we were just priming for taking a trade or trades in the afternoon. And we were sitting in existing positions from when I was last in with them on Tuesday as well. Anyway, it got really busy with new trades. Plus, there were trades that I was placing. Bearing in mind, I have 3 trading personal accounts. I trade 2 funds, so I'm trading effectively 5 accounts. Personally, I'm calling trades on the mic with the guys in the trading room. There's 55 people in the trading room there, and then at the same time, I'm putting trades on the apps with our swing traders, and so all around that same time. And I literally got off the mic yesterday afternoon at about 4:35 o'clock, and I was mentally exhausted, because when you're managing that amount with your own personal trades, putting all those in while still talking to people and typing into the app, giving the instructions of the trades on the apps as well, I came away and I was absolutely done in. We'd had such a busy day on the mic with all the training as well as the trading, and so mentally I just checked out. So my question to you, my point to you is, do you ever feel mental exhaustion at the end of the day? I don't take, I'm not someone who sits here taking 20 trades a day, but if it's intensive and at a point where I'm taking lots of trades or making trading decisions on my various personal accounts and the funds, then that gets really busy at the same time that I'm calling trades to our members. So that was a lot for my little brain to take in yesterday, but because it got very intense for an hour or two of having to make all these decisions. But I'm not taking 20 trades a day. Some of you guys might well be. Do you find that you sometimes get exhausted at the end of the day? Because literally, I was done. I couldn't do anything more. I came away, took the dog for a walk, and I was checked out. And it doesn't happen that often, but you have to recognize sometimes when you've done a lot and you need to take a break. So my point is, and I'm sure many of you do put some comments down against this video, what do you do to relax? Because some of you probably do trade quite intensively. I don't trade that intensively anymore, but it was intensive yesterday from the management of all of those accounts and dealing with our traders as well. So it was intensive. It wasn't like I was taking 20 trades, but what do you do? So for me, I went out and walked the dog, and I had a glass of wine last night. I'll hold my hand up. I opened up a bottle of red with Rachel, and we had a glass of wine to just chill with dinner. We had a nice lasagna and a glass of red. What is it you do? Because sometimes you've got to, if you're trading intensively, you've got to make sure you have that rest so that you're then ready again to go. Now, it could be that if you have a really busy day, from a trading perspective, you actually then take a day off. You don't trade the next day. I haven't actually day traded today at all. I think there were certainly some opportunities. If I had wanted to day trade today, there would have been opportunities. But I got up this morning. I had to do some videos for our swing traders on some of the trades that we're in, and just elected not to bother day trading at all today, because I just needed the mental rest, I guess, from, not that day trading's it's not that it's stressful, it's just that I was knackered and I just needed to have a bit more of a relaxing morning, recording some videos. I had a PT with my personal trainer on Zoom, and just had that time to recharge. What do you do? There you go. That's the end of today's video. What do you do to recharge? Because it is important. Take care for now. Enjoy your weekends. I'll see you next week.